Hi, how's everybody? So I'm filming this on the GoPro, and the GoPro is so much harder to film on because you can't see anything. So we're gonna pray that I don't have just a bunch of footage of my head cut off. So I ordered blueberry bushes, and they came in yesterday, and the directions say to plant them within 48 hours. So I thought we would do that together. Take a little look at some garden cleaning that has happened over the last few days. And yeah, do that together. If you're new here, please subscribe. And if you're old here, please share me. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you're old here, what are you doing? Subscribe. We're awesome around here. For people who are new and have no idea what we're doing, we are building a homestead from scratch on accident, and we have no background or experience in, spiderweb, any of the things that a homestead requires, really. We do not know how to grow food. We do not know how to grow animals. We do not know how to do a lot of things. So we have decided to pick up the camera and take this quest together and hopefully all learn from each other. So if you are new here and know how to do the things already, it would be amazingly helpful if you talked to us in the comments and told us how wrong we are to do the things. So I already had my amazing fiance dig us some holes so that we weren't here all day long learning together. So these are our holes, and like I said, the GoPro is annoying, so I can't even see what we know. There's our holes. They are 5 feet apart-ish. I have 4 plants to plant. And then we will go look at the garden. But this won't take very long. I will hyper speed it, I'm sure. Because who wants to sit around and be bored, right? So we're going to plant that. And then we'll come back and talk about it. And, and go from there. So the directions specifically say that blueberries don't like to get their feet wet. So don't overwater your blueberries, apparently. And also, because it's fall planting, don't fertilize. Just set it down beside me, thank you.
Hi, YouTube.
Okay. In the course of planting the blueberry plants, by the way, I'm super duper sorry about the first segment of this whole thing. The amount of times I said and. Yeah, there's nothing else I can say about that. I use and, okay. I use those things a lot. Anyhow. Oh, and so. But I noticed all these plants we planted together had damage on them. I tarped them, not tarped, tarped isn't the right word. I laid this stuff down last week, picked off a bazillion worms, and killed them all. Well, I put DE on them, and I think that didn't do the job because I've got like 3 plants that are skeletons now. So we're going to learn BT together because I don't know how to use it. Ready to spray. Liquid concentrate or ready to spray. Easy to mix. Let's see what it says. Again, hoping that I'm not chopping my head off. I feel like I probably am. Let's bend over, shall we? How to mix. Always shake and stir thoroughly before use. Partly fill sprayer with water before adding the application rate amount of product. Then mix in product thoroughly and add remaining amount of water. Spray leaf surface throughout the top and bottom for complete control. 2 ounces to 3 gallons. I think that's a 5. I think my mixers are 5 gallons. The question is, do I have one that doesn't have water in it already? My dogs are out there freezing them up. I have a container with no lid. So, what we're going to do, we are going to mix this up. Approximate what is 3 gallons. Oh no, not 3 gallons. I can't read or think. Hold on. Oh no, that does say 3 gallons. This is a half a gallon. So we're gonna guesstimate. That's what we're gonna do. Let's see. Teaspoons per. Okay, here we go. 4 teaspoons per gallon. So we need 2 teaspoons. We can do that. Let's see. Apparently I can't do this because I can't open it. We're going to assume that was 2 teaspoons. Let's see. And we are going to not look at my babies. Let's see. We're going to steal this lid long enough to make water and all the things. Let's see. That's too dangerous to open. Which means we're going to have to walk all the way across the yard to the water because we have not re-drugged the hoses down here from the other day. Well, I guess it's been weeks now. That's okay. we'll just take a little journey. Walk across the yard. Whoever said you don't get exercise while you're gardening? Do if your water is nowhere near what you're doing. I'm also going to assume that you're supposed to wash this off of your hands, because now I have it all over me. That's okay. Let's go combat some killer not cucumber. They are some kind of cabbage eating caterpillar. But man, let me tell you, when I discovered them, I literally killed at least 100, if not more. And that's a very disgusting job. But it was necessary to try to save the summer plants. Not summer, winter plants. And that obviously wasn't enough. I was afraid, the whole reason I put the BT down, not BT, DE, was because I was worried that I might have missed some eggs or something in there. And I didn't trying very hard to grow some things for you guys. But maybe the good Lord had another plan. Because they're definitely eating more than they were. But I don't see as many worms as before. Oh, nope, there's some. See, they're these little things. I think they're called zebra caterpillars or something. Or zebra, ew. Moss, ew. Eh. But I went through and did this, and I did it very well, I might add, at killing them all. But there's so many that it's really hard. Hopefully these plants will come back and give us something. I don't know. This video definitely took a turn, because this was not part of the plan. I wanted to show you just what we did cleanup wise over the weekend. There's another one. Ew. Ugh. And like the insides are all green and gross. Hopefully this BT doesn't hurt me, because it's going to be all over my hands. The directions say basically to soak your plant. So that's what we're doing. Ah! Hello, Mr. Praying Mantis. Y'all see that? Why aren't you in there eating them worms? I scared him right out the bushes, guys. Go on, Mr. Praying Mantis. I don't want to kill you. You're a good bug. And then again, you're left with, do you spray or don't you spray? Because you want it to become a self-going ecosystem, but you also want to get some product. Right? Like, you don't plant to not get anything. I mean, it happens sometimes, I guess, but it's never the goal, I would imagine. Okay, Mr. Praying Mantis. You kind of have to move on so I don't kill you on accident. Thank you! I don't really understand how, even with the DE, like, how there was so much to still come through and do this amount of damage. There's not nearly as many of these worms as here was the day that I discovered them. So I'm not sure how they did so much more damage. But here we are, trying to preserve a little bit anyway. So we'll spray this, and then here's another one. Try to kill all the babies so that maybe we get some plants. I mean, they tell you to try not to use chemicals if it's at all possible. And BT is considered bee safe and I believe organic. So if you're trying to go the organic route, it's supposed to be safe to do it. But again, remember, every time you spray for any kind of bug, you run the risk of getting rid of the good kinds of bugs, right? So just remember that if you do decide to put chemicals on your stuff. The directions specifically say to use all of this within 24 hours. I'm not sure what else I'm going to need to spray or I just wonder if I couldn't spray this on other things. I don't know if you all have noticed in your area, but the stink bugs are very plentiful right now. And I'm not really sure why. But they are. So I'll do some research tonight to see if I can if I will take care of stink bugs, but my idea is that they probably do not. So back to the garden without the bugs. My sunflower heads are drying out really nice, despite the fact that they're crawling with stink bugs, and there's stink bugs everywhere. Hopefully those stink bugs didn't lay eggs and end up in my house when those come in, but if they did, they did, I guess. This right here is a watermelon plant that is making a second coming. So I have, if you look, see this? So I know if I pull them, I'm definitely not going to get plants, right? I'm definitely not going to get any watermelons if I pull them out of the ground. So even though I wanted to go ahead and clean up these trellises, I kind of want to give them a chance just to see. I don't think it's going to stay hot enough long enough, but it's worth the experiment to me, really. We really enjoyed the watermelons, and both of my watermelon plants have new growth and new melons on them. So we're going to give them a try. See what happens. We have nothing to lose, right? I have pepper plants coming up that still haven't given me peppers, but they just started growing. So I don't know if they're a cooler weather thing sometimes, but you'll see we took off most of the squash plants from this vine. We've left these two to kind of dry out the rest of the way and cure. I have taken off the bulk of my tomato plants, and I've left maybe two because the pests are just getting to them now, and I don't want to take wormy things in the house. Our green beans are still going pretty good. I have read that you can use green beans if you dry them out like a shell bean. So I am leaving a bunch on there to dry out and experiment with you guys if you can shell them and eat them that way. Maybe use them like a pinto bean. My very sad squash plant is still growing squash. So it looks really sad at the bottom, but there's 1, 2, 3 spaghetti squash still growing. So we're gonna let it keep growing. And I have my very first butternut squash. Look at that. I really didn't think they were gonna do anything because it just now started and the other squash are like dying out. So I didn't think they were gonna do anything, but I have one, so I'm super excited about it. My asparagus bed that's gonna move when we redo things. And then, look, hot peppers. Lots of hot peppers. And these peppers that just started finally turning colors. I don't remember what they're called, but I think they're supposed to turn out yellow. So we shall see. That is all I have. Hopefully this footage has me fully headed. If you haven't already, subscribe, and I'll see you later.